All right, we are on to part 3. Part 1 was okay at best. Part 2 was just a dud. Here we go with part 3. Hopefully part 3 is where all the home run figs are. We're going to find out together. What's up, everybody? My name is Aaron. I'm the Brick Scavenger. We paid $573 for what turned into 3.5 pounds of figs. We really didn't know as we were bidding how much was in there. So we stayed under that magic number of, $2 a fig. But part 2 was pretty much a disaster. So hopefully this is going to go a lot better. Let's treasure hunt, shall we? Let's have some fun. Our goal is to double our money, which is like a 0% chance at this point for the whole haul. But that doesn't mean this portion can't be good. Let's find out. A couple of horses, one friend style, or maybe that's elves. It's got some sparkles. It's got some sparkles on your horse. There's an Ahsoka. That's fun. We found that mall in, was it part 1? I can't remember. We've got a criminal here. We've got a mix and match of a snow trooper and a stormtrooper. Let's see. That feels like that is from the Eternals. Does that sound right to you? I don't know. But again, I'm not going to be using that as an Eternals fig. That's going to be some fantasy, medieval mock that we're going to make with that. Hey, there's, what is that, the Voldemort thing or whatever? He's not supposed to say that? I don't know. I don't Harry Potter. That looks like that may be Harry Potter as well. And there's some Minecraft zombie dude in there. Those are fun parts. I think that is a Dementor maybe, but it won't be used that way. There's Vision's accessory from the CMF line. Who is mixing up their snow troopers and their stormtroopers? I don't know. That looks like a hockey player CMF right there. That is a fun mock waiting to happen as well. And there's a nougat head. Nougat heads add up pretty quick. They're at $1 a piece. They're just not that heavy, so they do pretty well. There's more Ninjago stuff, I think. But again, I think I'm going to turn that into medieval mocks. Let's see. Hey, look at that. Is that the Spartan or the Roman or whatever? I think it is. That's a pretty good fig. We found the helmet in an earlier part. Oh, look at this poor brown. That arm has seen better days. Okay. Hey, look at that. Look at that right there. That's fun right there. That should get us some decent money. That is some kind of statue. I was looking at that. That will get us no money. There's a Sonic thing with 2 tails. I don't know. I don't Sonic, but for some reason that fox has 2 tails. There's a purple bus driver from Harry Potter, and there is Dagobah Luke, I think, right? Okay. Let's see. What else do we got here? Some kind of officer from Star Wars. I think she has pretty good parts. Maybe that reddish brown head's pretty good. Look at that. These have gone up in value a ton. The fantasy mock people love those centaur legs. Just love them. Look at that. That's fun right there. Does that go with these legs? No, it definitely does not, but we'll put them together anyway just to keep track of where they are. There is actually, that's a nice torso right there, believe it or not. Lego just doesn't make that many bare-chested men, like male torsos. So those things are actually pretty expensive. There's a pearl dark gray helmet. That's fun. And other than that, not much to speak of. I think this part is already better than part 2. There's Harry Potter, Santa Claus. What is that thing? Oh, that's got to be Magneto, right? Is that Magneto maybe from the mansion or something? Is that literally an M on his chest? Like a cheese ball Mighty Micros M? Or is that just like the pattern of his shirt? I don't know. But anyway, I think that's a Magneto, which I don't have on the wall. So hopefully his hair's in here. I don't know what his hair actually looks like from that set. But that feels like that could be a medieval fig as well. Man, we're going to be busy making medieval figs. Holy smokes. There's a Snape, I think that's Jurassic World, an R2, Minecraft, and hey, there's a Tamina from Prince of Persia. Hopefully her head's in here because that head is expensive. Shared with Leia, so that's an expensive one. There's a creepy head of some kind. I think that may be Tamina's hair. There's some elf hair. That's fun. We'll use that for fantasy mock as well. I was thinking about tell me, if you guys are watching this video, tell me what you think about the idea of me doing YouTube live and just live streaming my efforts to make some of this stuff into fantasy figs. It would be a very slow... Ooh, is that The Spider-Man? Is that the Spider-Man 1099 head? It might be. It would be a really slow show. So I don't know if anybody would actually be interested in tuning into that. But it would be, one of those things where I'm looking for a torso and then looking for matching legs and then putting a cape on it and, just trying to build fantasy figs out of it. Look at that. That's pretty fun. Not the way it's supposed to be. That's the alien queen or whatever. But again, this guy was on the way to making like a pirate mock right here. That's pretty fun. But I think that could work on YouTube Live. Like, you could come and go as you please, see what we've built, just hang out and chat, talk Lego. I don't know. If you guys are interested in something like that, let me know in the comments, because it would be one of those things where I was just going to be building the figs anyway, and it doesn't really matter whether I'm live on YouTube or, just doing it on my own. But maybe people would like to hang out and chat Lego and, contribute to the builds. I don't know. Let me know. There's some, I don't know, is that Buzz Lightyear or... No, that was from Captain Marvel, I think. Whoa, look at that head. I don't know that I've seen that head before. That's cool. That's a creepy head. Let's see. There's just some random Star Wars stuff in there. Let's see. Not much to speak of except something fake there. There's just has not been a whole lot of good in here. It's as if like whatever person sold me this yanked out all their valuable stuff. And it's entirely possible that they did that. There's nothing stopping you from selling whatever it is that you want to sell. And so if I see a couple of things that give me hints that there's good stuff in there, maybe I bid on it and it turns out there's nothing in there, like there's nothing that stops people from doing that. But boy, we have not found a lot of like really good stuff in here. Here's Titus, I think is his name. Is that right? Titus. That's from the Elves line right there. There is this Iron Man, or is this the bad guy from that Iron Man? Oh no, that's got to be an Iron Man, right? With that blue head. Okay. Hello there. Boy, this is not a home run. Here is an Ewok. That's fun. We found a dark tan Ewok earlier somewhere. Well, I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. It does not look good here. Let's see. There is a white-headed Vader. That's decent, But man, if you watched all three of these hauls, thank you, but I'm sorry. That's a good torso right there. That's a good torso. At least you only used time. I used time and money. Hey, look at this. Look at this. There you go. Look at that. That's the rarest of all the Ewoks. Oh, that's a good way to finish. If you were feeling super sad for me, feel less sad for me. There's Tebow. That's from the Ewok village right there. Nice. All right. That's a good way to finish. Sometimes you just need a little pick me up at the end. And we got it. Oh no, another puzzle piece. So there you go. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. We got Magneto. Maybe his hair is in there somewhere. And we got Tebow. Tebow is awesome. That is going to pay for, I don't know, at least a third of what you see here, maybe up to a half. Tebow is a very, very hard to find Star Wars minifigure. So that's a huge help right there. But we needed a lot more. But there you go, guys. Parts 1, 2, and 3 in the books. Remind me not to buy any more lots that have puzzles in them, because that probably was the problem. I love you guys. We'll see you next time.